So making his way towards the boxing ring is Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV, 31 years of age, from Andijan in Uzbekistan. Brings to the ring a 24-fight professional record, consisting of 20 wins, 12 of them inside the distance. No stranger to the IBA Champions Night stage, having competed last June in Kirov in Russia.
Gurgen Madoyan!
Well, Gurgen Madoyan, 26 years of age, from right here in Yerevan. A terrific operator, quarter-finalist at the 2023 European Games in Krakow in Poland. Participated at the highest level on the global and continental championship stage, having boxed at the World Champs in Tashkent in Uzbekistan, the European Championships in the 2024 edition in Belgrade, and the 2022 edition right here in Yerevan. Multiple Armenian national titles over the 3-round format.
In 71 kilograms weight category. Referee boya, Pastukov, Moldova. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. He came to us from Uzbekistan with 24 fights, 20 victories and 4 defeats. 12 big wins by knockout. Боксер из черного угла, 31 год. Его рост 175 сантиметров, а вес 70,7 килограмма. Его рекорд насчитывает 24 боя, 20 побед, 4 поражения, 12 ярких побед нокаутом. Дамы и господа, представляющий Узбекистан по прозвищу Палач Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV! And his opponent across the ring is European Championship bronze medalist. В золотом углу боксер, которому 26 лет, его рост 171 сантиметр, а вес 71 килограмм ровно. Мастер спорта Армении, бронзовый призер чемпионата Европы из Еревана по прозвищу Гурген Madoyan!
So Mr. Valery Pastuhov, the third man in the ring, with the final instructions.
Listen to me, head up, no holding, no. Shut up. Good luck.
So there, a look at the tail of the tape between Gurgen Madoyan and Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV. Two experienced operators competing over 6 3-minute rounds in the 71 kilogram division. So we're underway then. Gurgen Madoyan, wonderfully experienced and accomplished operator, scores with a double jab. That's the man in the white trimmed with gold, boxing out of the gold corner. The southpaw wearing the black trimmed with gold, and now he's switched to the orthodox stance, as he is adept at doing. Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV. Again, has competed on the IBA Champions Night stage when he was outpointed by Pavel Sasulin, who tops our bill here tonight. Pavel Sasulin undefeated in the professional ranks and on the IBA Champions Night stage. Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV, excuse me, is a really explosive puncher out of both stances. These seem winging for the left hand out of the southpaw stance, but that is a wonderfully picked left hook to the body while spinning off the line from Madoyan. Double left hand attempted out of the orthodox stance from ABDUKAKHOROV. Kakhorov made his professional debut back in 2015, was last in the ring in December in Tijuana in Mexico. He's lost his last 2 in the pro ranks. But as you'd expect, every new bout a new opportunity, and he's demonstrating plenty of ambition here. Counter left hand over the top, not too far away from Madayan. Bearded figure in the white trimmed with gold. Oh, that's a nice counter right hand landed by ABDUKAKHOROV. Big body shots exchanged. It was the right hand from ABDUKAKHOROV, the left hand from Gurgen Madayan. Beautiful right hand over the top with the final shot in that trade-off. Both men targeting the body of their opponent, but the right hand from ABDUKAKHOROV was a cracking shot which caught Madayan as he was seeking to retreat, exacerbating the effect of his head being jolted backwards further. So left hook just grazing the forehead of ABDUKAKHOROV from Madayan. Good right hand driven into the body once again from ABDUKAKHOROV. So plenty of heavy leather unloaded during the course of that first 3-minute round. You take a look at some of the action. There's the right hand to the body and then head of ABDUKAKHOROV. Showed his switch hitting prowess during the course of that first 3-minute frame.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Gurgen Madayan, the home boxer from right here in the Armenian capital, competing on the Champions Night stage in Havana in Cuba. During those celebrations over in the Cuban capital to mark the 50th anniversary of the first ever IBA World Championships. It took place in Havana in Cuba in 1974. He was edged out by the Cuban icon, two-time Olympic champion Ronnie Iglesias, and here he's got his hands full with Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV, and the home fans trying to rally the man from Yerevan. Big punches being exchanged, particularly from the backhand. He's being thrown in with bad intentions by both boxers. Kakhodov, very difficult to discourage as he's continually switching stances between orthodox and southpaw. Now as a left-handed boxer, leading with his right glove and right foot, looking for that lead right hook as a lefty. Couldn't find a range. Now he's back as an orthodox boxer. Lead right hand fired in by Madayan Nasa. Hard right hook out of the orthodox stance from ABDUKAKHOROV. Oh my goodness, what an overhand southpaw left, celebrated with a little shimmy and a raise of the hands to the rafters from Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV, but he wore it well, did Gurgen Madayan, and seeks to come back with his own offense. And perhaps ABDUKAKHOROV, well, he kept his composure, but should he keep his mind fully on the job rather than trying to distract and discourage Madayan with those celebrations? Because if there was a momentary response, surely by celebrating like that, that will give a boxer in shape the time to recover from any discombobulation he may have experienced. But the best punch of the contest so far, hurled in, and a good left hook to the body turned into a left hand over the top from ABDUKAKHOROV. There's a nice right hand lead fired in from Madayan. And it's not that the jab is being neglected, but each man scoring with heavy, eye-catching backhands during the course of this contest. Right hook to the body from ABDUKAKHOROV. And then repeated right hand successes from Madyan. Reaching for that right hand, but it's straying into rabbit punch territory around the rear, making it a kidney shot. That illegal, of course, is another straight right hand, which is altogether more legal than a right hand over the top. The first right hand came to the body, followed by a right hand over the top once again from ABDUKAKHOROV. Some of the action from round number 2. That was the right hand, or one of the right hands landed by ABDUKAKHOROV. Biggest punch coming in the form of that overhand left as a southpaw. So we move into round number 3. 71-kilogram contest. Scheduled for 6. Double left jabs. Tripped out by ABDUKAKHOROV. Now back as a southpaw boxer. It's Gurgen Madyan looking for that lead left hook. Reaching for the backhand out of the southpaw stance to the body was ABDUKAKHOROV. Effective defenses with the gloves from Gurgen Madyan, as the two men just engaging in some verbal conversation up there in the boxing ring. Of course, it was Ernest Hemingway who said that boxing is the most honest conversation that two men can have. Right hand, left uppercut from Gurgen Madyan. As the two men really planting their feet into the canvas now and seeking to check the chin of the opponent. There's a right hand through the middle of the defenses from ABDUKAKHOROV. Madyan with his chin up in the air, clipped by a left hook after he let a cluster of punches go at short range. Big swing and a miss with a telegraphed right hand. Roundhouse right is driven into the body from Madyan. I just wonder whether the boxers are perhaps enamored with their own power. There's a wonderfully educated lead left uppercut from Madyan, because they're winding some of these punches up from last week, as another body shot gets beneath the right elbow of Madyan from ABDUKAKHOROV. Right hand over the left glove of ABDUKAKHOROV, and then a beautiful 1-2 combination followed by another roundhouse right. But Madyan got to be careful that these punches don't become slaps. A lot of them are landing with the inside of the glove rather than the correct knuckle part of the glove. That will reduce the power, but of course you get some boxers who are very hard flappers indeed. So perhaps just a slight adjustment in technique from Madyan, who of course knows his way around a boxing ring, given his accomplishments. But sometimes to get the rhythm, the range and the flow, boxers can prefer to slap rather than get correct technique through with the knuckle part of the glove. Roundhouse left defended effectively. You see that shot landing with the inside of the glove once again. It was almost the thumb and the wrist that landed. Counter right hand from Madyan, who's having more success here in round number 3. Big swing and a miss with the telegraphed overhand right from Madyan. Both boxers breathing through mouths that are open, and that was a scoring, solid left hook to the body from ABDUKAKHOROV. Didn't draw it back. And then a counter single from Gurgen Madyan, the final scoring shot of the round. A better round for the man from Armenia, in a round where both men went through a portion of it where they were really letting their hands go, loading up and seeking to put plenty of leverage onto their shots. Counter left right on the inside from Madyan that he celebrated with some exuberant facial expressions.
Самые интересные события здесь. Секунданты. Четвертый раунд. Раунд 4.
Well, before the sound of the bell to begin round number 5, Gurgen Maddoyan turning to his right in this horseshoe configuration of spectators here at the Demirtchian Sport and Concert Complex, and asking this capacity crowd for more energy, more encouragement that he can harness. Enjoyed a good third round, and as we move into the second half of the contest, Maddoyan seeking to build on that momentum that he established in round number 3. Left hand to the body, right hand to the head, but ABDUKAKHOROV spoken to by the referee, Mr. Valery Pastuhov, about keeping his punches up. Telegraphed right hand was easily evaded by Maddoyan. He came back with a couple of right hands of his own, body then head, as the two men, neither of them heeding the instruction of the referee to break, forcing the intervention of Mr. Pastuhov once again to prise the boxers apart. So feinting, bobbing and weaving on the edge of range. Counter right hand not too far away from Maddoyan. Went in search of a left hook to the body, but may have only found the elbow of ABDUKAKHOROV. Scoring left jab from Maddoyan. And again, each man content to operate behind low-held hand. This is how they go about their trade. Counter left hand with a stiff scoring shot from Maddoyan, which he celebrates with a pointing gesture once again. Maddoyan, 2016 European Youth Championship bronze medalist. Three-shot combination ended by a left hook, scored by Maddoyan. Left hook landed on the belt line from ABDUKAKHOROV. No complaints from Maddoyan, who's continuing to try to inch his way forwards. Again, left hook landed with the inside of the glove, followed by a right hand from Maddoyan. Plenty of slapping. That was an altogether more correct right cross from Maddoyan. But a hard-hitting contest, even if the hitting, particularly from the man in the white trim with gold, has sometimes been with the inside of the glove, which again reduces it to a slap rather than a scoring punch. Solid clumping left hand landed once again, followed by a couple of hard right hand slammed into the body from Maddoyan. And again, Maddoyan asking for more encouragement, more support, more energy from his home fans. Two men exchanging a brief hug before making their way back to their respective corners. 3 minutes remaining in what has been an absorbing affair so far. Excuse me, 6 minutes remaining in this 6-round contest. Some of the action from round number 4. Good left hand to the body during that sequence from Kakharov. The final left hook upstairs landed by Maddoyan.
Секундаты. Пятый раунд. Раунд 5.
So into round 5 we go. The two boxers continuing to feint and bob and weave. Just on the razor's edge of range. That's a beautiful lead left hook from ABDUKAKHOROV. It got behind the right glove, even though it was in defensive position from Madyan. It got behind the right glove. There's a good left hook to the body, followed by a right hand upstairs from Madyan. Really exuberant, expressive boxer who celebrates his successes with lots of mean mugging and gurning up there in the boxing ring. Oh, nice evasive maneuver, and then a counter right hand as Madyan keeping the movement going, forcing referee Pastuhov to show his twinkle-toed footwork up in the boxing ring. Nice job, Mr. Pastuhov, to dance out of the way of the boxers who were rapidly closing in towards him. Nice movement with the head once again from Madyan. So ABDUKAKHOROV continuing to search for the body, and there he lands a good left hook beneath the right elbow of Madyan. To mention the fact that Madyan's an expressive boxer. Seems to be one of those boxers whose activity and the latent threat that something might be coming can keep the opponent at bay, in addition to his actual physical skill. That all part of ringcraft, of course. Lead left hook was a counter from Madyan. Again, it landed with the inside of the glove. Right hand over the top, not too far away. Driven right hand was a cross, and then another right hand from ABDUKAKHOROV. As Madyan again gesturing in front of his man, raising his eyebrows, trying to show him that he's still in the fight and not hurt, but I think he's buying time here because I think that right hand did hurt him. And if not hurt him, it may have scrambled his senses a little bit. That right hand straying into rabbit punch territory, and that's what Madyan's saying, but that's what the referee is there for. Boxers sorting it out themselves. But ABDUKAKHOROV, get the impression that he's a boxer who's content to let his hands go and let leather land where it may. That's on the shoulder, the elbow, the hips. Most of them are going to land on the target area, but some of them may not, as he again lands an authoritative single shot to catch the advancing Madyan. And again, Madyan buying time for my money. Shapes and postures and gestures in front of his opponent. 3 minutes remaining in this 71-kilogram contest. Some of the action. The right uppercut off the ropes was a beauty from Madyan, but then look at that right hand over the top from ABDUKAKHOROV.
Дамы и господа, заключительный 6-й раунд.
So into the 6th and final round. Contest that has been very close between two boxers who are expressive operators in that they celebrate their successes. Had some verbal conversation, plenty of non-verbal conversation, with eyebrows being raised, tongues being stuck out, gum shields, grins, explosive burst of action. Sees both boxers landing during the course of that trade-off. Left hook, right hand from Madyan. Again, the left hand to the body was landed with the inside of the glove. They land with a resounding thud. I just wonder whether he and his coaches, particularly if he's going to be competing on a regular basis in IBA Champions Night Boxing, well, they'll seek to address that just so he can get more punch power out of the punches that he's letting go. You can see he's a solid citizen, well-built individual, strong-bodied at 71 kilograms, but I just wonder, because so many of the shots land with the inside of the glove, whether he's robbing himself of power that is readily available. Right uppercut, left hook. And a beautiful left hook, right uppercut from ABDUKAKHOROV. There's been plenty of activity. These are big boys at 71 kilograms. Plenty of activity during the course of this contest so far. I just wonder how the judges will score the quality of punching. Double left jab, right hand was inaccurate from Maddoyan, who's boxed within himself. You see he's been breathing through an open mouth, but then does produce a surge of energy to get up on his toes. Here's a nice right hand landed on the inside, celebrated again by Maddoyan. So expressive. There's a counter right hand, just caught ABDUKAKHOROV as he was inconvenienced by the ropes, got himself into something of a tangle. Nice defense with the gloves and forearms from Maddoyan. Left hand slapped in from ABDUKAKHOROV to the body. Just looking out over the top rope. Billy Joe Saunders against David Lemieux. Gurgen Maddoyan illustrating the extent to which he made ABDUKAKHOROV miss, and now the expression, the expressiveness, the activity. Gurgen Maddoyan thinks he's done enough to win, so too does Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV. It's going to be interesting to see what scorecards are returned after 6 minutes of boxing in that particular contest. Both boxers utterly committed when they did let their hands go, sinking their toes into the canvas. They sought to get leverage onto their punches. It was a contest where both boxers found a range with some resounding, thudding punches, particularly to the body. Maddoyan confident that he's done enough, so too ABDUKAKHOROV. How do the three scoring judges see it after 6 minutes of boxing in the 71 kilogram division?
Дамы и господа, прежде чем прозвучит имя победителя, ваши аплодисменты обоим боксерам. И в этом ярком бою, единогласным решением судей, победу по очкам одержал and your winner by unanimous decision, Gurgen Maddoyan!
So Gurgen Maddoyan lets out a battle cry that reverberates all around this venue here at the Karen Demirtchian Sport and Concert Complex. A unanimous point decision victor over Kudratillo ABDUKAKHOROV of Uzbekistan. A hard-hitting, explosive affair during the course of that contest. Each man enjoying plenty of success within their territory. Again, right crosses like that were a feature of the early work of ABDUKAKHOROV. And that's the type of contest that it was throughout. Shots loaded with leverage and power as each man worked effectively to the body. And they sought to reinforce their successes by letting everyone in the venue here know about it with expressive facial gestures and semaphore in the direction of the opponent. Good contest at 71 kilograms. Gurgen Madoyan, who bounces back to winning ways after losing his IBA Champions Night debut